So the project is about Jewish heritage or Jewish traces in the urban environment, in buildings and streets and shops, and it's basically up to me to tell the story of the Jewish community that once lived and thrived here.
And why was chosen Sighet for this project?
I didn't choose Sighet myself, but some people from Sighet applied for a grant to this project. The project happens in 5 cities in Europe. It happens in Georgia, in Tbilisi, in Girona, in Spain, in Wrocław, in Poland, and in Belgrade, in Serbia. And Sighet was one of the applicants, and then they wrote out a request for artists to apply for the project, and I was invited.
So you make a film or photos?
I take pictures, stills, photos, yeah, just photographs. Yeah.
You have to write a text for each photo?
I will write some text because I like working with some text as well. So I will be basically trying to tell a story which might be very personal, might be a bit more historic. I don't know yet. I'm still researching.
My grandma is 105 and she's survivor of Holocaust.
I heard about your grandmother. My grandmother was also a Holocaust survivor. She died at 94 in Oradea. And I went to visit Goldie a few days ago, and it was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice to visit her. I took some pictures there. She was lovely.
So what did you find?
So far, I saw a lot. I found many cemeteries in small villages in the countryside, which I thought were very interesting, and whole villages that had Jewish populations that have disappeared after the war or during the war. I found not so much traces, but I could imagine a lot of people working the land and being very simple people, being shepherds and loggers and things you still see here today. So it's easy to imagine how Jewish communities lived just as like everybody else around here.
Have you visited Jewish Museum Vișeu?
No, I have not.
A very old house, I don't remember the name, but this was a Jewish house. Maybe you research what happened there.
I'm very interested in former Jewish houses, and also this idea of what constitutes a Jewish house is very interesting to me.
Near the train station in Vișeu, but not the main train station, but the Mocănița train station, you find Casa Elefant.
Okay, I'm writing it down. Casa Elefant.
This is a small Jewish museum.
And why is it called the Elephant House?
Sure.
Alcazar se cheamă.
Alcazar.
Noi ne-am dezumit
Alcazar. What has Sighet in common with the other cities in the project?
I think not much. I think nothing much. I think it's
Chosen by coincidence?
yes. It show not maybe yeah. I don't know exactly how many other cities applied. I'm not sure. But I think they chose it because Sighet does have a very interesting and diverse Jewish history, very diverse communities.
Why did you personally take Sighet?
I was here last year or a year and a half ago, and I liked it very much, and I was very intrigued, and I thought it would be interesting to come from the outside and do this project about, because I'm also Jewish, and do a project on Jewish history in a different part of Romania that I don't know very well. So personal curiosity is the answer. Yeah.
So what else have you found?
What else have I found?
Maybe you know something what I don't know.
I doubt it. you lived here all your life, you know. So but I guess like the advantage I have is that it's like I hear about all these stories for the first time, so it's very curious, right? It's new and curious, and I bring this outside perspective to kind of tell it in a short form. I hope. I am trying. I'm still collecting material, as I said.
I believe Sighet was chosen because of Elie Wiesel.
I think like maybe, I'm not sure, I have to say. I don't think I will use him very much because he's so well known, and I think there are so many other things to tell around here. And it's very difficult for me to visualize his story because I'm taking pictures mainly. I don't have much to work with. I can photograph a house, but I wouldn't know what I could read his book and maybe...
You should have come 2 years before when Johnny Popescu was alive.
Yes, I heard about Johnny. It seemed quite wild. Seemed like a wild guy. Yeah, I missed him, I guess, but...
Because now there is nobody so documented like him.
Okay. I was helped a lot with background material by another researcher from Israel, Menachem Keren Katz. He provided some really interesting material, and he wrote a lot about Sighet, and mainly about the more Orthodox communities around here, but also about other things, like several articles, and they're all in Hebrew, but they're very interesting.
Will you provide the results of your studies to the local community or?
Yes, eventually. Yes, it will be published as an exhibition first. The exhibition will be here, though, also next year, and will go definitely through at least these 5 cities that participate. So it will be a group exhibition of all the cities together in each of these cities. It will, it's still in the works, but because I still didn't finish, I am just starting the project, but yeah.
What equipment do you use? Photographic equipment?
Nothing fancy. I'm very open to all kinds of cameras. I'm not very particular. I have a Canon setup. I still use a very old Canon 5D, the first one. It came out, I think, 13 years ago. I like it very much, and it works fine for me, depending on the size of prints I have to do. And then I have a Canon 6D that is also quite old by now, and a few good lenses, like a whole bunch of good lenses actually. Yeah. That's about it. Like I don't do anything very complicated. I like very simple photographs. I don't like to work on them too much in post-processing. I like when I nail it in camera, most of the stuff. I do some color corrections, and that's it.
Thanks.